Chapter 10. Mending Time. The air crackled with energy as Alex, Ezra, and Zari converged at the heart of the time vortex, the epicenter of Dahlia's twisted machinations. The very fabric of the universe seemed to shimmer and distort around them, a constant reminder of the fragile balance they fought to restore. Dahlia stood at the center of the tempest, triumphant. "You fools have no idea the power I wield," she declared, her voice echoing through the swirling eddies of time. "With a single thought, I can unravel the tapestry of existence and remake the world in my own image." Alex gripped their weapon tightly, the weight of responsibility heavy upon their shoulders. "You've gone too far, Dahlia. The timeline is unraveling, and the consequences of your actions will be felt across all of time and space." Ezra stepped forward, their eyes blazing with a righteous fury. "We won't let you destroy our future. Not again." They brandished an advanced energy weapon, the residual glow from the time-displaced technology casting an otherworldly hue across their determined features. Zari's four eyes narrowed as they extended their long, slender fingers, the air shimmering with cosmic energy. "The balance must be restored. The fabric of the universe cannot withstand your tampering any longer." Dahlia's lips curled into a cruel smile. "Then I shall tear it all down and rebuild it anew." She activated a series of controls, and the vortex began to expand, the very laws of physics straining under the immense power. The protagonists braced themselves, knowing that this final confrontation would determine the fate of the entire universe. With their unique abilities and the weight of their responsibilities upon them, they charged into the maelstrom, prepared to do whatever it took to stop Dahlia's apocalyptic vision. Alex ducked and weaved, utilizing their training and quick reflexes to avoid Dahlia's attacks. They fired a barrage of temporal disruption pulses, hoping to destabilize the rogue scientist's control over the vortex. But Dahlia's defenses were formidable, and she easily deflected the blows. Ezra unleashed a volley of high-powered energy bursts, their weapon cutting through the distorted air with devastating precision. The warrior from the future knew the stakes all too well, and they refused to hold back, even as the time chaos threatened to overwhelm them. Zari, meanwhile, manipulated the very fabric of the universe, weaving intricate lattices of cosmic energy to disrupt Dahlia's control. Their alien physiology and deep understanding of the fundamental forces at play gave them a unique advantage, but the strain was evident in their features as they channeled their power. The three protagonists fought in perfect sync, their movements fluid and coordinated as they pushed back against Dahlia's onslaught. But the rogue scientist was relentless, her determination fueled by a lifetime of ambition and a deep-seated need for control. "You can't stop me," Dahlia cried, her voice rising above the cacophony of the colliding timelines. "This is my destiny, to reshape the world, to erase the mistakes of the past, and build a new future in my own image." Alex felt their resolve wavering as they witnessed the sheer scope of Dahlia's plan. The timeline was unraveling at an exponential rate, and the very fabric of reality was being torn asunder. They knew that if they failed, the consequences would be catastrophic, not just for this era, but for all of existence. Ezra saw the doubt in Alex's eyes and knew that they couldn't falter, not now. With a renewed sense of purpose, they surged forward, their weapon blazing. "We won't let you do this, Dahlia. We won't let you destroy everything we've fought to protect." Zari joined the fray, their hands weaving intricate patterns in the air as they channeled their alien abilities. "The balance must be restored. The universe will not tolerate your arrogance any longer." The three protagonists pressed their attack, their combined efforts slowly but surely beginning to erode Dahlia's control over the vortex. The rogue scientist's expression twisted in rage, her eyes wild as she fought to maintain her grip on the chaos. As the battle raged on, Alex, Ezra, and Zari realized that they needed to find a way to permanently disrupt Dahlia's plans. They knew that simply defeating her in combat would not be enough. They had to find a way to close the rift and restore the timeline to its proper order. In a moment of clarity, Alex formulated a daring plan. "Ezra, Zari, I need you to focus your efforts on destabilizing the vortex. I'll handle Dahlia." Ezra and Zari exchanged a brief nod, understanding the gravity of the situation. They redoubled their attacks, their combined powers straining against the ever-widening rift. Alex turned their attention to Dahlia, their eyes narrowed in determination. This ends now. They charged forward, engaging the rogue scientist in a fierce hand-to-hand battle, using every ounce of their skill and training to gain the upper hand. The two combatants traded blows, each desperate to assert their dominance. Dahlia's eyes burned with a maniacal gleam as she fought to maintain control, but Alex's resolve was unwavering. They knew that the fate of the universe hung in the balance, and they refused to back down. As the battle reached its climax, Alex saw an opening. With a swift, decisive move, they disarmed Dahlia, sending her time manipulation device clattering to the ground. In that moment, the vortex began to destabilize, the fabric of reality straining under the immense pressure. Dahlia let out a primal scream of rage and despair, realizing that her grand vision was slipping through her fingers. "No, I won't let it end like this." She lunged towards the device, but Alex intercepted her, tackling her to the ground. The vortex continued to collapse, the very laws of physics unraveling around them. Ezra and Zari poured their remaining strength into the effort, their combined powers pushing back against the encroaching chaos. As the rift began to close, Alex and Dahlia found themselves trapped at the heart of the storm, the energy swirling around them with devastating intensity. Alex knew that they had to act quickly, but the decision they faced was agonizing. In a moment of searing clarity, Alex made their choice. With a final, resolute look, they grabbed Dahlia and pulled her into the collapsing vortex, sacrificing themselves to ensure the restoration of the timeline. Ezra and Zari watched in horror as the rift closed, sealing Alex and Dahlia within. For a moment, the world seemed to hold its breath, the very air trembling with the weight of the sacrifice. As the timeline reset, Ezra and Zari were left to contemplate the fragility of time and the responsibility that came with wielding such power. They knew that the journey had been arduous and the cost had been high, but the integrity of the universe had been preserved. In the aftermath, Ezra and Zari would carry on, their experiences forever etched in their hearts and minds. They would remain vigilant, ready to confront any future threats to the delicate balance of the timeline, their resolve strengthened by the lessons learned and the sacrifices made. The story of Alex, Dahlia, Ezra, and Zari would echo through the ages, a testament to the fragility of time and the importance of the choices we make. For in the end, it was not just the timeline that had been mended, but the very fabric of existence itself.